stuff as soon as possible. So, number one thing that I want you to do, and I want you to follow this workflow anytime between now and the next class that we do, so we can just like start from there. I'm gonna save this live set as. This is gonna be your drum beat library. Okay? Whenever you wanna start a project with a drum beat, this is the project that you're gonna open. This is where this is gonna be your pocket of rhythm. Rhythm beats, rhythm sounds, one-shot drum racks, everything, okay? This is what you're gonna open with your client whenever comes to you and says like, show me your drum sound, you know? As a producer, they're gonna, number one thing that Mark Ronson, you know Mark Ronson?
Yeah.
Mark Ronson says that that's number one thing that clients ask when they come to him is like, or they bring a reference and they want you to just like be quick into like finding those sounds within your library of sounds and create something that sounds close.
Okay.
If you do that with a client, you have the client. And a lot of it's gonna start from there. So the first thing that I wanna share with you, I don't know if you have it, but there's a great plugin. Let me first of all go ahead and send my audio movers. Listen to, log in, just like put this here. I'm gonna start streaming and I'm gonna put this on the chat quickly. Got it?
Wow.
So number one thing, go to your drums. I don't know if you have the packs. Do you have access to the packs in Ableton? What version of Ableton do you have?
I have the, I think I just have the light, the one that we got.
But you have the 12th or the 11th?
Let me see. 12.
Huh?
12.
12? 12 light.
Yeah.
Got it. So you don't have access to some of these packs, but if you go to drums, you're gonna have all these different sounds.
Okay.
Okay? Different. You can hear what I'm playing right now because I don't know how to give you access to my cue. That's something that I'm. Can you hear that? Wait. Can you hear that? No. So if I just like go ahead, what is the exercise? Go through your drums, listen to all of them. Don't rush through them. There's people that just like get impatient and start like jumping here and you know start jumping everywhere. Go ahead and listen to each of those. You know, a good volume if possible, and then whenever, for example, this is like a rock kit. So I found this. I'm actually gonna go ahead and bring it so we can just like go ahead and start like programming something with that sound. But there's something great about this version of Ableton, and is that if you, well, before anything else, then you're gonna go ahead and create a collection of drums. I already have my collection of drums, so I'm not gonna add it up, but you're gonna start building. This is where you curate your Ableton. You know, drums, keywords, plugins, utilities, stuff that you know that you're gonna, audio racks, you know, that's the quick menu to the things that you know that you use a lot. So that's number one thing that I'm actually gonna go ahead and add it up. Now, great thing about Ableton is that you can click on this, you see this icon here?
Yep.
If you click there, it is going to create a list of drum sets that have similar sound, similar vibe.
Okay.
So just like that, I'm gonna go ahead and add this there too. I'm gonna add it to drums and I'm gonna drag it. So I want you to do that 10 times to create your collection of drums. And then I want you to bring 2 of those drum sets that you like. you know, that I actually brought 3 accidentally. I have 3 drum racks there, okay? And then, you know, that this is like a rhythm template if you want. You could even like save this as a template. That's the other thing that you can do in Ableton. If you create like a template that you really like, you can save the live set as a template. So then, you know, that saves you a lot of time. Sometimes you need to save as much time as possible. Okay. But then you just like I have the 4 instruments here, and then I can just like go ahead and double click on an Emos. How familiar you are with the workflow in Ableton Session?
Not too familiar, no.
Not much?
Just, no.
So when you're working on Session, each of these parts we're gonna call scenes. Each of these scenes can be a part of the song. You could have like, if you're gonna have like an intro on drums, you can just like have, so you can always rename everything. Okay, I'm gonna rename, an example. This is gonna be intro drums. You're gonna have like 8 measures of your drummer just like hitting the rhythm hard, and you wanna build that, then you just like, that can be a scene, you know. But then if you go to like an intro with the full band, then you have that scene there. Then you go to the verse. So then you start thinking about like song structure more than, you know, more than a strictly already arranged kind of thing. Because when you're here, you start already putting things on the timeline, and you somehow restrain yourself from the millions of possibilities that you could have if you have, let's say, 5 scenes, to just like create song structures based on those. You know, the order can be different. You can jump from this to there, and you can, you know, start like playing with that. So in that sense, for like composition, it's advantageous, and then you can just like create loops on the spot. So these are scenes, okay? That could be different parts of the song. These are your tracks, okay? The intersection is a slot. So slot, slot, slot. Slot where I can allocate MIDI information or audio information. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and double click. I'm gonna double click on this, and then by clicking there, I'm creating a 4/4 measure by default. You double click on an empty slot, and then you create, not in the audio ones, because in the audio ones you need to record. Mm-hmm. Am I right? Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna turn the monitor on. Now you can hear me both in Zoom and Audio Movers on, right? Yeah. There you go. So slots, scenes, tracks, and then clips. So there's a clip right there. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down to 90 for now. And can you see different shades of gray, or you want me to change? Let me just like do that. Actually, look, you can always change themes and colors. And okay. I'm gonna go ahead and look for something that is more like medium dark. You can see better the lines? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So right there, I feel like I'm just gonna rush through this because you already know music. This is 4 beats. Basically, time signature is how many beats, and what is gonna be a unit of beat. So okay. The unit of beat right now is quarter notes, which means quarter notes. I'm actually gonna go ahead and, you know, quarter note, this is gonna be a quarter note right there. So if I have 4 quarter notes, that means that I have 4, you know, this is like a right cup kind of like thing, but those are my 4 beats at 90 BPM right there. Am I right? Yeah. Now I can go ahead and I can divide, and this is where you control your beat subdivision, okay? Because there's like a big time signature, but there's like a beat subdivision. So I'm actually gonna go with the 8 notes, and I'm gonna go ahead and, now you see how I'm clicking on the keys and there's no sound? Because I need to, okay? I need to open these. And then, can you hear that? Yeah. I'm just gonna create a pattern of gonna go ahead and bring velocities. So that's the other thing that I want you to start like doing. Okay. You can control velocities here. The problem is that you have to be like dropping your pencil all the time. The hotkey for your pencil is B. B as beer. Okay? That's just the key. B is the one that you use to just like drop and grab your pencil. So if you're gonna control velocities in the velocity window, you have to be all the time switching from pencil to arrow. You cannot drop your pencil and then go ahead and step on the actual MIDI notes, and with the key, with the command down, you can just like bring velocities down or up. Can you feel the difference?
Yeah.
So command, you gotta hold command, and then you can control velocities directly on the MIDI grid, pretty much. And now let's just go ahead and put some kick here. How you like that sound?
Sounds good.
I don't hate it at all.
Yeah.
So this is kick in one. Kick in one on the first beat, on the downbeat, upbeat. Okay? Downbeat, upbeat. So right now, I have downbeat in 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Okay? Now, there's like a whole ghosting key, which is great. It's the first time that I find this. I'm gonna go ahead and put the backbeat on the snare. Right there. Am I right?
Yeah.
I could eventually, I don't hate the ride. Just like a little, right there.
Yeah.
Am I right? Plain and simple. I mean, I could just like go ahead and lay an A root on the bass playing the 8 notes, and this already would be like a rock song, you know? It doesn't need more than that. But I'm gonna drop my pencil and I'm gonna start like messing around with this. Am I right?
Yeah.
And then I have rock variations over. And that's if I have only 2. And it's crazy amount of like the amount of great patterns that you can create just by moving that one note. But now you can just like, if you want, of course, am I right? And I'm gonna bring this velocity to, okay? Now, I can go ahead and add some ghosting. Some ghosting on the snare, and right there I already have like a 1 measure rock beat. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now I can go all over. I'm doing, I want you to do it. I can go ahead and create like a 2 measure pattern. Am I right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna drop my pencil. I can do Command A and then Command D. And now for this one, I'm gonna move this one here, and I'm gonna move this one Am I right?
Yeah.
And then And that's rock right there. That's rock. As rock as it can be. Straight eights, they call these.
Yeah.
Straight eights. All right? I'm gonna duplicate these. And I'm gonna change the grid. Now I have more places. And I'm gonna go ahead and create these gaps. Because that's the thing with percussion, no? And like notes really on same pattern. That sounds great already.
Yeah.
But what happened? Now we get funky. Am I right?
Yeah.
Too much. You see? Now that we have 4 places, we're still gonna call this the downbeat. This is gonna be the upbeat, but these are gonna be the offbeats. Downbeat, offbeat, upbeat, offbeat. So
Gotcha.
I don't hate. Maybe here. Maybe kick here again. Am I right?
Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
a
that's not bad.
first measure that is like funky, and a second measure that is. How you like the sound?
I like it. It's cool.
It's cool, am I right?
Yeah.
Now, maybe client goes like, oh my God, I really like this. Can we just like speed it up a little bit? Like to 100? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I can actually put a little bit more of I'm actually gonna put a little bit more of you see? I'm just like pretty much filling in the gaps. And if it's too much, then I just like bring the mix down. Maybe I'm just gonna, I don't know why it's so still like super loud, but maybe it's a matter of I'm just gonna go ahead and sometimes I like to be like super like, you know, I'm not gonna delete them, I can deactivate them. Now maybe it's the other one. Maybe I'm gonna just like change the pattern, you see?
Yeah.
Maybe it's these ones. It's crazy. Let me see how this sounds. I like this. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. That's
Now,
good.
let's see how this sounds. Now it's different. Now, I know it has like a super strong downbeat, no?
Yeah.
Different sound. But then you can have both. And pan them. Sometimes I mean, why not 2 drummers?
Yeah.
Am I right? Now let's see what we have here. Before I launch it, I want to be what is where. So no, this is too much. I'm gonna keep the kick. I have a clap. I'm gonna put this here. Can you hear?
Yeah.
How is this gonna sound? I have no idea, man. But let's see. 2, 3, 4. Maybe just the kick. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Maybe that one. But not even the hi-hat.
Yeah.
Oh yes? You start like maybe just the kick.
Yeah.
Am I right? And there's still like and just like that you start creating. So I want you to go ahead and build your collection of drums. Okay? I want you to go ahead and curate whatever you have in drums that you like. It's gonna be different than what I have because I have all the packs. But go ahead and check on like what do you like? What sounds kind of like it's appealing? And then once again make the exercise of like looking for other options that have similar sound but are different, and then keep on building these. Okay, then just start messing around with different, what if instead of like working on 16 notes, which means subdivision of the beat by how many parts, in how many pieces I'm breaking the beat, when I am with 16 notes, I'm asking how many parts?
16.
16 total, but in one beat, how many? 16, it's 4, am I right? One, for beat, we have 4 options, 4 places in the timeline where we can put notes. But what if we just go ahead and work on triplet grid? Okay? How many pieces, how many parts do you see in each of the beats? 3. And then this is gonna completely takes the thing to a different sound. Check this out, because this is what the shuffle is all about. It's a subdivision of the beat by 3, but I'm gonna play this at 80 and I'm gonna play this at 650, and you're gonna see how the velocity completely makes the difference. And I'm gonna go ahead and Command D. So I still have 2 notes per beat, but the distance between those notes is different. And this is the shuffle. Wait. It's a whole different feeling.
Yeah.
Blues. B.B. King, like Muddy Waters, shuffle. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some notes. Basic, beat on, a kick on 1 and 3, and backbeat on 2 and 4, no? 2 and 4. Backbeat, super prevalent in all the music that we love.
Yeah.
But then you can start like, am I right? And I like to bring the velocity. You feel it?
Yeah.
Right there. Blues. Maybe I would just like take these here. Blues.
Yeah.
Let me show you something now that we're talking about blues. How much time we have left? We still have time. Check this out, because I know that you're going to appreciate it. I don't show any of these to my hip hop head students that are like a lot. Most of them. I don't share this kind of like stuff with them, but check this out. Great drummer, great guitar player. I've never seen the Muddy Waters version, but I want to show you the Eric Clapton.
Oh yeah.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
So I want to see Muddy Waters live playing it. There you go.
Just the one told my mother.
Shuffle. Cha-cha, cha-cha, cha-cha.
You got a boy child coming. Gonna be a son of a gun.
All the phrasing
Gonna
is
make pretty women
triplets. Cha, cha,
jump
cha,
and
cha,
shout.
cha.
Then the world wanna know what this all about.
Great video.
Yeah.
Sitting down.
Everybody knows them, yeah.
With the thumb.
Right on the hoochie coochie man.
It's the first time that I watched this video.
Everybody knows them, yeah.
The way he answers to himself with the guitar.
I got a black cat on. I got a mojo too. I got the Johnny Conqueror.
Precision bass right
I'm
there.
left with you.
Yeah.
I'll
Telecaster.
take you, girl. Leave it by my hand.
Great, huh?
Word on.
Yeah.
Hoochie coochie man. Well, yeah.
Chac, cha, 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 cha. You feel the shuffle?
Everybody knows them, yeah. Right on the hoochie coochie man.
Bass line.
Everybody knows them.
Guild. Great. Second chorus. Puro feeling, no? It's not shredding at all. You can tell that this is someone that,
On a 7 hour.
like, you can tell that that's a guy that can spend 8 hours a day on the guitar.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so much beauty about it. Like you can tell that he has a wife, that he has another job, you know, that he's hustling here, hustling there, and then, but you know, the feeling of those musicians, man, is just like amazing. That's more like the kind of guitar player that I am. Actually, Can I show you something?
Yeah.
I want to show you something that I record soloing.
Okay.
I'm not a guitar player, but I'm a bass player. So my melody game is on point. So
Yeah, for sure.
I just like grab the guitar and I somehow kind of like find a way to just play like bass on the guitar, and then you're gonna hear. You are a guitar player, and I really wanna see what do you think about this rough mix. This. I want you to tell me what you think about this.
All right.
Solamente tu corazón sabrá la verdad y a veces callar. Sí, sí, sí. Si tu vida es certeza para ti, ¿cómo se siente tu interior? Solo y en tensión. Sangre de aquí, echa para allá, sangre de aquí, pa' afuera, pa' afuera, pa' afuera. Still work in progress.
Yeah, it's cool.
How you like it?
I dig it. It's cool. Real interesting feel.
It has a really unique. Let's talk about that drum beat if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that I show you. Everything happens for a reason. Check it out. I'm gonna for this more Colombian feel.
Yeah.
There's a really important instrument on the Colombian tradition that is the shaker. But this is not really. Actually, it's gonna give me something like what I need. Happy accident, look. This is giving me a little bit of the shaker, Colombian shaker that I play. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and shaker on top. So the thing with this beat is that it goes rock in the beginning. Sorry. Straight rock, am I right?
Yeah.
And then it jumps to the offbeats. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same pattern. I mean, it's not the same pattern, but check the way this sounds. I mean, it's gonna sound funny with the shaker, but let's see. And I'm actually gonna bring this. Let me just like put this. The only thing that I would do is just like bring this down to even less.
Yeah.
That's it. So the backbeat is moved before, and all these kicks are in the. How this would sound with the. Let me see. I have an open. Let me see if I can. This is more of the Colombian sound. This shaker is not what I'm used to, but
Yeah.
it's crazy, no?
Yeah.
And then if we add a little bit of ghosting here and there, am I right?
Yeah.
I'm just doing. There you go. Am I right?
Yeah.
Look, let's try something. What happens if I go ahead and move all of these 1/16 to the left? It's crazy, no? How
Yeah.
the same pattern if I move it. Maybe I'm gonna bring this open hat down a little bit. We still have time. We can go a little further, am I right?
Yeah.
That's it. Funky. But still falls in the one, so you can just like, because this kick on the offbeats creates some like rhythmic tension that then it's crazy. The other thing that I want to show you before we are out, we finish, in Ableton. So here I have, this is me, okay? But I'm gonna put it off so I can just like only hear, because there's always gonna be a little bit of latency. I always try to, as much as possible, record with the monitor off, so latency, you can still control it, and that's part of what I want to show you. But in Ableton, you can, if you want. Let me just like put a click. I'm gonna put the metronome. This is where you activate your metronome up here, and I always like to have it in 8 notes. Always like to have it on 8 notes, so I can really feel, a little bit of the subdivision apart from the click. So I have my track ready, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and record myself. This could be a client that comes to the studio with, I have this rhythm in my head, check it out. So I'm gonna record that. I always like to record until I feel like I have it.
Yeah.
This one works. My kicks are kun and my
Yeah.
and I communicate like this with drummer friends all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I get to a rehearsal when I was recording my album. What do you hear in your head on the drum part? And this is the way I go to her ears. And if it's a good drummer, it's gonna capture the idea, you know, on the spot.
Yeah.
Now, let me see how this. Not bad at all.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and crop these. Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and convert drums to new MIDI track. And then you have, this is like a super generic drum machine. So this sound is not great, and this still needs a little bit of quantization. So this, I'm Command A to select all, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go to 16 notes, and I'm gonna quantize. Settings, it's quantizing to a grid, and I'm gonna go I like it. I like the swag. So there's always gonna be a human element that you can then control here. You see where I'm stepping?
Yeah.
Let's go 75. This note in the hi-hat is bothering me, so I'm gonna. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now, then I just like go ahead and check with the original and see exactly what kicks I wanna keep. This one I'm gonna. This one. Right? Now, I'm actually gonna go ahead and move this one here. Okay, there's like an intention of like a mute kick.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna activate it. And I'm gonna bring. I'm actually gonna bring this one up. This is 127, this is a lot. Maybe I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. I'm gonna bring this, I'm gonna try to go around. This one I'm gonna push it. Velocities completely make the difference, no? And I'm gonna bring this to 27 as well. So, you see off-gridness?
Yeah.
I like it. Keep it, especially if you're trying to program stuff that has like more soul, more alive.
Yeah.
That hi-hat pattern absolutely works. And now let's see how this sounds. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna leave this. I'm out of sing. I'm actually gonna. No, actually, I like it. Maybe bring it down a notch. It's crazy, no?
Yeah.
You're never gonna be able to do this in FL Studio.
Yeah.
I have students that are like they die for FL Studio and they have their workflow and but you're never gonna get this drum sound on FL Studio. There's no way. And then we can just like go ahead and add some ghosting here and there. I like to kind of like sparkle here and there, you know, like find the gaps. Now, how you like that?
Yeah. So,
It grooves, no?
yeah.
And then you can, of course, go ahead and listen to other layers. The 3 layers of drums. Why not? Maybe I just like I hide the drum machine a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, not you, but if I would be a client, I would be like, you know, grooves.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead and check all the workflow. Let me just like stop recording.